Hello there everyone, let's talk about the latest news from the pro scene. Is Sensei moving from Akuma to a good team? Did Monesy leak Headtrick's transfer? What kind of news is there about the return of Bumych? And much more. Leave a like to support my work and we will begin. So, let's talk about the upcoming major first. It will be held by ESL in Rio in November. Many complained that for such an audience as Brazilians, the organizers provided too few seats, and apparently ESL paid attention to it. According to the new information, all matches will be played in front of the public. That is, even during the group stages and challengers. The atmosphere will be crazy. And the final part will be held at the Olympic Stadium. That's some kind of fantastic organization level. It will be interesting to see how the fans will meet their Brazilian teams. Maybe the overall organization of ESL loses to Blast, but in terms of atmosphere, it will definitely be one of the best majors in history. There's also a couple of news about the major in France. The other day, Emmanuel Macron once again confirmed that everything is still on and Paris is ready to host the most important pro scene tournament. Furthermore, Valve is fueling interest. They decided to remove the prize money for the RMR and transferred it to the major fund. Now in Paris, the teams will compete for $1,250,000 total. They could have thrown in a couple of million more to beat the major in Stockholm, but it will do. And by the way about the RMR, here, Anker on the stream told how much an unknown organization offered them so that their stack with Smuya would perform under a new tag.
Что там по организации вас подписывают? Пока по организации тихо. UK-организация взяла на паузу, они предлагали хорошие очень деньги. Чтобы вы понимали, они предлагали, на человека прям очень хорошую сумму денег за спонсорство. Но там все стало на full паузу или на отмену, как я понял. На переговоре с другими спонсорами, там крупная одна очень организация мировая. Вот в понедельник узнаю дальнейшую инфу, будут ли они готовы нас спонсировать. Если нет, то мы будем выступать под Benched Heroes. Больше $5000? Да, на человека. В киберспорте ЗП на месяц или неделя? В ЗП в месяц выдается.
That's some good money for the team, which is listed on the 55th place of HLTV's top. Well, now let's talk about the upcoming transfers. Recently, there was information going around that Astralis is negotiating with NIP about Device. According to the Jackson portal, namely, it was the first to share information about Nikolai. The Swedish and Danish organizations are in the early stages of negotiations. NIP wants to get the full amount of money they once paid for their star, which never shown. But the problem is that Device has more than 2 years of contract left. So, there definitely won't be any chance for Astralis to return her prodigal son for cheap. The Danes themselves are not averse to playing with the audience a little. On their Twitter account, they posted Zipniks with a big mug. Almost all fans wrote in the comments that this is a clear hint to Device. Friends, do you think Astralis will be able to bring Nikolai back? The rumors don't end there. As you remember, Entropiq recently removed Elian. Again, this is not official information, but only some tea from Overdrive. But usually, he is not wrong with such insiders. So, Entropiq seems to be testing new snipers with might, and maybe Monesy may even have leaked one of them.
Entropiq звалится? Дам дымок на кухне. Надеюсь, тебя звали в Entropiq.
Headtrick is a great option. The only problem is that Navi may not let him go to the Russian squad because of their principles, even though he plays for a Czech organization. Plus, they will ask for a lot of money for Headtrick. I think at least $100,000 for sure. And while everyone was discussing the Russian-speaking snipers, Overdrive posted a new insider info. According to his information, Entropiq is now testing Sensei from Akuma, and for some of you who forgot, this is a team of cheaters who played at the CIS RMR, and all the other participants of that tournament signed a petition that Akuma did not play fair using a radar hack. The funny thing is that Hooch, Entropiq's trainer, was one of Akuma's main haters. And now, as it turns out, he himself is testing him to put him in his team. Although on the other hand, Krad and Forrester are already playing in Entropiq, with whom Zoner used the coaching bug. So the guys will definitely share the same vibe. But seriously, this is a great chance for Sensei to remind about himself again. He seems to be a good player, but his constant glances at the radar and clutches have severely damaged his entire reputation. In the last few days, we have been actively talking about Bumych. What about his new team? How did they perform at the tournament? For those of you who missed the game, the guys managed to win their first match and then suffered 2 defeats in a row. As a result, they fell out of the tournament in second to last place.
Флашерки с турнира.
Охуенно. Ребят.
Антитрай!
На этом путешествие Бебры закончилось, блядь. Или нахуй.
You can see the stats of Bumych on your screen. There you have it, the return to the pro scene. What do you think? Is there a chance that he will be invited to some top team? That's what Overdrive had to say about this.
Бумыч в КС, у него там 5 часов за 2 недели. Сейчас альбом записывает. Какой нахуй КС? Тут, мне кажется, его еще уговаривали, чтобы он сыграл этот турик. Но рано или поздно он поймет, что надо возвращаться в КС, но КС не будет уверен, что вообще что КСу нужен Бумыч. Чем дольше Бумыч сидит АФК, тем меньше вероятности какого-то возвращения. Хотя вот Бустер хотел команду создавать. Может, вокруг Бумыча что-то будет делать. Но это будет ошибка, мне кажется. Самое главное для Бустера, если он будет ставить команду, это ни в коем случае, чтобы у тебя в команде не играли твои друзья, твои знакомые. Это сразу все. Это значит, будет принятие решения через друзей, эти советы от друзей. Это будет старый добрый ЦСКС.
And finally, I have prepared a couple more news. First of all, the news flew all over the internet that Navi is being trained by Vertigo. They have given themselves away several times on the training server where they were practicing on Vertigo. Let me remind you, it has always been a permanent ban for Navi. Apparently, Blade is preparing some tricks for the major. Also at the same time, another tournament is going on, purely for Legends. It is even called Kingwin Legends. Here we have some old pals, Edward and Kenny S. As it gets closer to the final, we will sum up the results. And speaking about Legends, NBK said that he almost left CSGO. I was very close to leaving for poker for the next 6 to 12 months. Then I got a call. They said that Misuta joined the team because EG did not want to sign him. 3 days after that, we started training. That's it. And I didn't switch to poker and went to the RMR. And all this thanks to Misuta. And the last thing for today is interesting information about the models. Recently, it became known that some agents have different hitboxes, and sometimes it comes to a difference of 16.75%. This is too much for sure. So, if in some game you have not managed to get clearly to the head, then perhaps the problem may be in this mentioned difference. Well, that is all for today. We're watching Group C on the ESL Pro League. Alright guys, see you soon.